Okay, so get this. Imagine, like, asking AI a really complex question, right?
Yeah.
Not just like basic facts, but something that takes real understanding. Now, picture that AI actually going out and processing new info, like in real time to give you the absolute best answer. That's what we're diving into today. Retrieval-Augmented Generation, or RA.
Yeah.
Crazy,
Yeah,
right?
totally.
We're talking about AI that's not just smart, but resourceful, always learning, always updating what it knows. And to help us unpack all this, we've got our expert here.
Hi.
So what exactly is RA? Like, in a nutshell, why should we be excited about it?
Okay, so imagine like you've got all the information in the world right at your fingertips, but you've got no way to organize it, no way to make sense of it all.
Okay.
That's kind of like traditional AI. Super powerful, but stuck with the data it's already been trained on. RA changes that, see. It connects these powerful AI systems, the ones with those large language models, to external info.
So it's like it can go beyond what it already knows.
Exactly. It's like giving AI the key to the biggest, constantly growing library ever.
Okay, I like that. So instead of just relying on what it already knows,
hmm
RE lets AI search for new info, just like we do when we're learning.
Exactly. And being able to tap into those outside sources, that's huge. It means AI can give us more accurate, up-to-date, relevant answers, even for questions it's never seen before.
It's like having a research assistant who can pull up the latest studies, news articles, whatever, instantly to give you the best answer. That's wild.
Right.
But how does it actually work? I mean, our sources mention different techniques like reveal and react. Can you walk us through those?
Sure. So each of these techniques has a unique way of connecting AI with external info. Take Reveal, Retrieval-Augmented Visual Language Model. It's all about grounding AI's understanding in real-world data.
Grounding, like keeping it from going off on some abstract tangent.
Uh-huh. Yeah, kinda. Imagine a self-driving car, right? To drive safely, it needs to constantly analyze what it sees. Traffic signals, other cars, people. Reveal lets the AI in that car not only see all that, but also instantly access and process related data. Stuff like traffic cameras, GPS, even weather reports.
Hold on. So it's not just about understanding what it sees, but also grabbing all this extra info to make smarter real-time decisions.
Yeah.
That's another level of like situational awareness.
Exactly. It makes AI more reliable, which is crucial for things like self-driving cars where even small mistakes can be disastrous.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
Now, what about ReXT? How is that different?
So ReXT, or Retrieval-Enhanced Action Generation, is all about continuous learning, adapting on the fly. Think of like a robot working in a warehouse. As it moves around, it's constantly getting new info, feedback, all that. ReSCT lets that robot integrate all that data into its process, refining how it understands the task and adjusting accordingly.
So the AI is basically learning on the job, becoming more efficient as it goes.
Yeah, exactly. That's super helpful in environments that are always changing, like a busy warehouse or even just a city street. Lots of moving parts.
So we've got AI that can like ground itself in real-time data with Reveal
Yeah.
and then adapt to new situations with ReSCT. It's like we're breaking down those barriers between how we learn and how AI can learn. Wild.
Absolutely. But it's good to remember these are just like two examples, right? There are other really cool approaches out there, each tackling different challenges in AI.
And speaking of other approaches, our sources mention one called MemoRag. Sounds kind of intriguing. What's the deal with that one?
So MemoRag, that's memory augmented RAG, it's all about giving AI, well, a memory.
Okay, now that sounds like a game changer. How does that actually work in practice?
Well, think about how we use our memories, right?
Yeah.
To understand context, make connections. MemoRag is trying to bring that to AI. Like, say you're talking to a customer service chatbot. Instead of starting from scratch every time, a chatbot with MemoRag could actually remember your past conversations.
No more repeating yourself constantly to a chatbot that forgets who you are every other sentence.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm sold.
It could pull up info from those old conversations and give you much more personalized, helpful support.
It all comes back to that idea of AI becoming more human-like in how it learns, how it interacts.
Right. And it gets even wilder when you start looking at stuff like agentic RAG.
Agentic RAG. Okay, that sounds next level futuristic. What is that?
Imagine an AI assistant, right? But it doesn't just understand your questions, it actually anticipates what you need. It proactively searches for info to help you with a task even before you fully explained it.
So instead of just reacting, it's like one step ahead.
Yeah. Let's say you're planning a trip. An AI with agentic RAG could book your flights, hotels, but then also suggest like those hidden gems to visit, warn you about travel issues, even recommend local restaurants that fit your diet. All without you having to like spell it out.
That'd be incredible. But with all these different types of RAG, it seems like things are moving so fast. Where do we even go from here? What's next for RAG?
It's true, RAG is evolving super quickly, but there are some big trends emerging. One is this move toward hybrid retrieval models, basically combining the best parts of different RAG techniques.
So, like, we might see Reveal's real-world grounding with MemoRag's memory all in one.
Exactly. It's about taking those strengths to, overcome any limitations and make AI that's like truly greater than the sum of its parts.
That makes sense. Any other big trends shaping the future of RAG?
Another huge one is scalability and real-time processing. Our world is driven by data, right? So we need AI that can handle tons of information and give us insights instantly.
Imagine RAG on a global scale.
Right. Powering everything from your own financial advice to like how we manage traffic in real time.
That's a future with a ton of potential, for sure. Sounds like RAG could change so much about how we live.
It absolutely could. And that brings up something super important about RAG's future, making sure this tech is developed responsibly.
I can see that being a big deal. What are some of the key things to keep in mind when we're talking about responsible RAG?
One crucial thing is using diverse, representative data to train these RAG systems. That'll help keep biases out of how they make decisions.
That's huge. We've seen how biased data can be a real problem in AI. We definitely don't want to repeat that with a RAG.
Exactly. Another big thing is transparency. As these systems get more complex, we need to know how they're coming to their conclusions. Can we trace back their steps, make sure it aligns with our values, our goals? That's vital.
Makes sense. Transparency builds trust, and we got to have that when AI could have this much influence. It's amazing to think, like, we started comparing RA to a librarian, right?
Oh,
And it's clearly a lot more than that.
right.
We're talking about AI that can access all this info, but then learn, adapt, maybe even reason like we do.
Well,
Crazy.
yeah, it's a huge shift, right? It's not just about making AI smarter, it's about making it more like us, and how it learns and interacts with the world.
And that just opens up so many possibilities. I mean, if AI can work with information on this scale, what does that even mean for stuff like education or like creative work?
Those are the big questions, right? Like, imagine students having these personalized AI tutors that adapt to how they learn best, or writers brainstorming with AI to come up with new ideas, explore different stories.
It's like we're blending human creativity with AI, right?
Exactly. But like any powerful tool, we got to be smart about how we develop and use ARG.
For sure.
Yeah.
We need to make sure it's enhancing what we can do, not like replacing us or holding us back.
Right. And that takes all of us. We need policymakers, ethicists, even just regular people, all part of the conversation to make sure this tech is used the right way.
It's not just about building better AI, it's about building a better future, right? One where AI helps us reach our full potential. Well, this has been an incredible deep dive into the world of RAI. Thanks so much for guiding us through all this. It's a lot to take in.
Happy to do it. Always fun to talk about the future of AI, especially when it's this exciting.
And to everyone listening, we hope this has sparked some ideas, maybe left you with some things to think about. RAI is always changing. Who knows what's next, right? Keep exploring, keep asking those questions, and we'll catch you in the next deep dive.